You today, when you hear the saying, one day at a time, what do you get from that?
I feel like that means to just not rush yourself at life, but still work towards what you want to do and what you want to accomplish while not being too hard on yourself.
A man that stands for nothing falls for anything. Okay.
Walking in truth.
One day at a time means living that day as if it's my last. I pray for other days, but they're not promised to me. Upon closing my eyes and drifting to sleep, I know that I made the best of that day as if it was my last day here.
To never limit yourself. Gratitude and appreciation. You have to be grateful for the small things in life. Understand that a lot of things and a lot of people in our life are not promised. So even take it one day at a time with the relationships that we have with one another and appreciate the small things that we do have. Appreciate the progress that we have overcame, the steps that we have took already, the work that we have already done. It's just a small step for a huge accomplishment. Look at this water. This water moves patiently through the streams, through the rocks, through the leaves, through the insects, through the bugs, through the fish. It still moves because it knows where it's going. They don't think about it. And that's what a lot of us have to take the time out to think about is we're only taking it one day. One step, one growth, one laugh, one cry, one smile, one hug, one thank you, one I love you, one goodbye, one hello. All it takes is one time. So that gratitude and appreciation for the things that may seem small or the biggest things in the world. I swear, you appreciate life a little bit more differently once you understand that. Sit back, man, and reflect on what my life could have been if I did not take it one day at a time. And that's why I chose this topic because it's so simple, but it's so true and real. Because each of us can only take it one day at a time. So cliche, so simple, so easy, but it's easier said than done. As long as God give you another breath to live and smile, laugh, and yell, I think we're taking one step at a time and making the perfect example out of it. Cheers to more life. Cheers to the days. Cheers to one day at a time.
I like that background. So like if I'm like
A man that stands for nothing falls for anything. this is the bridge of mindfulness. Understanding that I'm mindful of where I'm at in this moment, but also being present in this moment on this bridge. Understanding that once I step on this bridge, for me to get there, I had to take each step. Even if I want to rush, go slow, or even at a pace, I still had to take a step to get to where I'm at. Taking one day at a time helps you understand that being mindful, being patient, understanding that I'm gonna only get better from here on forward. A lot of times we don't have time to waste and think about what could have been or what tomorrow might bring for us. Like, it's just one day at a time. And this is even a message to myself, to let myself know the same thing. I have to be mindful. I have to be patient and present in this very moment. Because I'm going to look back on this moment and realize this was the important part of my life. This was the chapter that I needed to face. This was a lesson that I needed to learn. Don't rush your process. Because trust and believe, it's going to be here faster than you know it. So why not do the leg work right now? Why not get to the destination? Because if it's meant for you to get there, trust and believe, you're going to get there. Spread your wings and fly, young man. Spread your wings and fly, young lady. Do anything you put your mind to. Spread your wings. Ms. Walker Jones, when you hear one day at a time, what do you get from that?
So when I hear one day at a time, I think about the words of Jesus, sufficient to the day is the evil thereof. You can't think about tomorrow, you can't think about yesterday, because the truth of the matter is the only thing you have is right now. Sometimes I like to tell my students, think about it like a man trying to walk forward and backwards at the same time. It's like a scientific impossibility. So all you have is right now. So you got to maximize and legitimize your actions and your opportunities. So, it's good to plan, because if you fail to plan, then plan to fail. However, you have to be very self-aware of what needs to be done today, because today is what helps you get to tomorrow. And because tomorrow isn't here, you can't put too much emphasis there. And then yesterday is gone. You can't worry about it. You got to just do better. And so, yes, some people say live in the moment, and I don't know if I would go so far to say live in the moment, because sometimes people use that, they make major mistakes, and those momentary mistakes turn into the next 18 years, you know what I mean? So I'd like to think of it in this way. Every step should be ordered by the Lord. It's one of those things, from the rise of the sun to the going down of the same. You thank God in between sunset to sunset is a new day, I believe. You get a new opportunity. If you make a mistake, you can get back up. And the only difficulty in life is falling down and staying there. Don't be like a pig wallowing in the vomit. Just keep pressing toward the mark. So yeah, I think that it's important to be very aware of where you are, but most aware of where you're going.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Sure.
Acceptance, letting go. yesterday and things that you cannot control anymore. One at a time tells you tomorrow is not promised, but today is the day for me to move forward in the things I love, stepping on the things without fear, and not caring about what others think about me. Understanding that my process starts right now, and I have no time to waste. Stepping outside of nature helps you understand that one day at a time, one breath at a time, one step at a time. Everything is a small step to a greater accomplishment. Accept and let go. Let that be one of the first things you understand when it comes to one day at a time. All we ever have is one day at a time.
You know what I'm saying? You're getting the skills, you're getting the certificates and everything that you need, but there's other things that go with that will impact it to even make that better for the end result. All you're doing is gaining your powers for your future. That's what you're doing. That's how it's done. There's no other way to do it, I don't think. One day at a time. Some people get bent out of shape and can't do one day at a time because it didn't go their way. But the day is your day to accept as is and work around anything that is dealt to you for that day. Less pressure, more power.
I have no special talents. I'm just a curious man. Curious about love, curious about life. One thing I never could understand is how I cannot live it twice. Not to change anything, but feel that feeling again. When it began, laughs, love, cries. These memories are the only thing I think about at times. Then you think about how time changed. Childhood gon' fade. Then you cut yourself while you shave. Now you getting bills paid. Now you're a new age. Look at you. Didn't even realize. Didn't even open your eyes. Now you're a man with a family. This is the place to be. Where you knew you would always be. Plant a seed for people in need of you. Now that's the truth. I have no special talents. Just a curious man. Curious about love. Curious about life. One thing I always knew. Take one day at a time. Because you can't live it twice.